Comes a point, and to be honest with you, Canada only works as a state. It doesn't. We don't need anything they have. As a state, it would be one of the great states anyway. This would be the most incredible country visually. If you look at a map, they drew an artificial line right through it between Canada and the U.S., just a straight artificial line. Somebody did it a long time ago, many, many decades ago, and it makes no sense. It's so perfect as a great and cherished state. Keeping "O Canada," the national anthem. I love it. I think it's great. Keep it. But it'll be for the state, one of our greatest states, maybe our greatest state.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Follow the Lead podcast with your host, Valerie. We've made it to episode 7, and I'm going to have a bit of fun. Today, I'm going to discuss the 51st state issue. You just heard Donald Trump talking about making Canada a cherished state. For my international listeners, I cannot tell you how deeply and truly this issue has angered Canadians. We are fed up with the disrespectful and constant rhetoric coming from the American president. I could use this episode to rage about how Canada will never become an American state, but I've decided to take a different approach. Before I begin, this letter is meant to be humorous, but there's some truth to it, and there's definitely a superior tone that I will not apologize for. There are no sorries. Without any further delay, here's my letter. Dear America. Dear America. Hi there. Valerie here. How's it going? To be honest, I'm kind of concerned for you. Are you okay? It seems like you've thrown our friendship out the window for a guy named Putin. You keep on saying you don't need Canada, but at the same time, our name can't stay out of your president's mouth. I see that you have increased interest in us. I'm not too sure why. We've always been your baseball cap of sorts. Just hanging out above your head, eating Timbits and the occasional beaver tail, trying not to barrage you with all the crumbs. But suddenly, out of nowhere, you keep making advances, wanting us to become your cherished 51st state. I'm going to be real with you. As a Canadian, I don't like it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Yes, Canadians can be polite, but even Doug Ford has told you that he'd cut off your power supply with a smile if you didn't stop it. And here you are, threatening us with tariffs in hope that we'll join your team. From my perspective, a union between our two countries would soon end in divorce. Our marriage would end quicker than Kim Kardashian's with the basketball player that she married before Kanye. We are Canadians. We're different. I can't explain what it's like to be a Canadian because for generations, Canadians have been trying to answer this question. But all I know is that we're different from Americans. I've jotted down a little list, so bear with me as I go through it. Feel free to take notes, and although there's no quiz at the end, it's always worth educating yourself about other countries. We have a monarchy. We even have a statutory holiday that pays tribute to a queen who died 124 years ago. Speaking of queens, we still have Queen Elizabeth II on our money. Our national mascot is a beaver. A beaver may not be as majestic as an eagle, but back in the day, the beaver was a really big deal. Beavers made people a lot of money. Like a lot of money. If your president had been around during the fur trade, he would have hightailed it to New France and tried to get in on the action. Our money is better than yours. Yes, your dollar's worth more than our loonie, but our paper money is much more superior to your greenback. Your money is boring and ugly. What's up with the pyramid and the weird-looking eye? And how can you tell a $1 from $10 by looking at it? All the bills look the same. On the other hand, Canadian money is colorful. I can look at my wallet and instantly know what I have just by the colors. Blue is 5, a $10 bill is purple, green is 20, red is 50, and gold is 100. With your money, I've got to take the bills out, examine the worth of each tender, and I got to tell you, nobody has time for that. Have you considered a color-coded system? And before you say Canadian money is monopoly money, I say this. Does your money have cool, transparent windows and holograms? Exactly. It doesn't. We have wide open spaces. I know that you'll get up here, get scared because they're so wide open and want to fill it up with housing, condos, big box stores, and strip malls. Maybe you'll want to make Moose Jaw the Riviera of Central North America. Canadians love their space, especially those who've grown up in rural and remote parts of Canada. And if I want to visit my mother-in-law, I have to take a twin otter up a remote seacoast and hope for no weather delays. We have lots of trees, and I'm not too sure if we should let you near them. If you came up here, Canada would star in a real-life version of Dr. Seuss' The Lorax. Canadians love their trees. You'd be seeing a lot of flannel and axes if you started harvesting our timber willy-nilly. Just don't mess with the trees. The city I live in has a weird obsession over trees. Despite the fact that we'd never run out of them, our entire existence is based on lumber barons and lumberjacks of the past who cut down trees, more trees, and even more trees. You think we wouldn't be so tree-friendly because we have so many trees, but we are. If a developer proposes cutting trees to make way for housing or a development, expect public outroar, petitions, posts on Facebook, and pleas to City Hall to save the trees. Canadians take their trees seriously, so I'm warning you, just don't mess with the trees. We have Quebec. Do you know what Quebec is capable of? It brought Canada to its knees back in 1995. You severely peeved off Quebecers that they were booing your national anthem so loudly, the rest of Canada didn't know what to make of it. 30 years ago this coming October, Quebec voted no to separation. Although we survived the unity crisis of 95 as a country, there's animosity between some provinces and Quebec, mainly surrounding the building of pipelines. And then there's language. Quebec has serious language laws protecting the French language. Considering your president signed an executive order making English the official language of the United States of America, that comes in direct opposition to Quebec's Bill 96. And according to urban myth, the Quebec language police are fierce when protecting the French language. We have bagged milk in some parts of Canada. And if you're asking me what to do with bagged milk, I can't tell you because I have to resist the enemy somehow. But I can give you a milk jug and a dull steak knife and see if you can figure it out on your own. We don't wear shoes inside our homes. I'm not too sure why you wear shoes inside your house. Don't you worry about accidentally stepping in dog poop, bringing that inside your home and spreading dog poop cooties everywhere? I just don't understand why you wear street shoes inside your homes. Simply put, the shoe business is a deal breaker. Just on that fact alone, we'd never work out as one nation. We have Charlie Angus. Charlie is more of a socialist than Bernie Sanders. Charlie is retiring as a member of parliament and will have plenty of time to plot your demise if you were to invade. And if you were to invade us, I have no doubt that Charlie would lead an armed resistance group. I can imagine it now. Charlie having a hockey stick in his right hand and his left elbow up, trying to aim for some part of your body. It gives me chills just thinking about it. And then there's Terry Fox. If we were to become a nation, Terry Fox would have to become your national hero. There would be no negotiations about this. It would have to happen. Now, I do admit that some of my list is a bit tongue-in-cheek, but this Canadian is going to take a pass on your 51st state offer. You'd have to put an extra star on your flag, and that would definitely mess up its symmetry. And you'd have to deal with a lot of liberal-minded Canadians who would make the Democrats look almost Republican. Basically, you'd be biting off more than you can chew. So that's my open letter to America. As I record this episode, Mr. Trump continues to double down on his rhetoric. This week he called Canada nasty and that it only works as a state. Let me stress this. Canada is a sovereign nation. We've been here since 1867, and we will still be here long after Donald Trump leaves the stage. Canadians are angry. I truly don't think Americans understand the deep anger and contempt that is running through our veins. It will take generations to mend our fractured relationship. And if this relationship is to be mended, most of the work will have to be done by Americans. That's it for this episode of Follow the Lead podcast. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's listening to the show. I cannot tell you how appreciative I am. It really warms my heart that people are actually listening to my show. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye for now.